SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey takes a parting shot at Kevin Warren. Welcome to episode 131 of College Football's Peek Around the Corner with your host, Greg Flugar. We cover everything in college football because we love everything in college football. And if you do as well, please subscribe to our channel, share the video with your family and friends, and smash that like button if you like our content. Let's get to the story. Article from Outkick from Grayson Weir. Greg Sankey, Commissioner, takes a vicious parting shot at Kevin Warren, who left the Big Ten for the Chicago Bears. I'm going to read some of the article. I'll provide a link in the description box. Greg Sankey woke up and chose violence on Saturday, not physically, but with his words. The 59-year-old SEC Commissioner went right for the jugular of former Big Ten Commissioner Kevin Warren during the Georgia's national champion celebration in Athens. It was a vicious parting shot. Warren became the sixth commissioner in the Big Ten history on June 4th, 2019. The conference persevered through the COVID-19 pandemic and expanded to 16 teams during his oversight. Warren reportedly did not contact Pac-12 commissioners George Kliavkoff before he poached USC and UCLA, which ruffled some feathers across the country, including Greg Sankey. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me, right? The hypocrisy is running wild in Greg Sankey's office in SEC country. Let me read that again. Warren reportedly did not contact Pac-12 Commissioner George Kliavkoff, and that ruffled some feathers across the country, including Greg Sankey's feathers. Greg Sankey, the man who sat with Big 12, then Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby when they were discussing the new playoff format and expansion of the playoffs, there being 12 teams. It was only a few people in that room. Big Ten wasn't in that room. Kevin Warren wasn't in that room. It was Greg Sankey, Bob Bowlesby, and a couple others. That was it. And during that time, Oklahoma and Texas called the SEC and they took action. Oklahoma and Texas wanted into the SEC. Greg Sankey had to take action. No one blames him for taking action, for expanding the conference. Nobody that has any sense. But Bob Bowlesby was in that room, and Greg Sankey didn't tell the Big 12 Commissioner Bob Bowlesby until it happened. In fact, Greg Sankey didn't even tell Texas A&M until the last crucial moments before the expansion. He didn't even tell a university president in his own conference until the time when it happened. The hypocrisy, Greg Sankey not liking Kevin Warren because of that. Let's listen to his vicious shot here. Listen to the video.
He committed as a leader, and we need leaders today in college football and college sports, not leaders who make a stop to build a resume and go on to something else, but those who understand the problems ahead are real and demand our attention.
Look, we here at Peek Around the Corner have been talking about the issues that Kevin Warren since we started this YouTube channel. We talked about it at Flag Empire and Twitter. We talked about the reasons why we were involved in telling the world that USC called the Big Ten on March 31st to try to get into the Big Ten. And the reasons around that is because people did not trust Kevin Warren. We have no problem with taking shots at Kevin Warren. But Greg Sankey, look, people get new jobs. The NFL comes calling. I don't think this is a vicious shot. I think this is a ridiculous shot. Kevin Warren had his issues. He shouldn't be the commissioner of the Big Ten Conference. He's going on for the Chicago Bears. If this truly is a shot at Kevin Warren, I think it's weak. Absolutely weak. And the hypocrisy of Sankey having his feathers ruffled because Kevin Warren did not talk to the Pac-12 commissioner before Big Ten took USC and UCLA. I think it's laughable. Give me your comments down in the comments section below the video. I want to also point out something. Sankey isn't happy with really anything unless it's SEC. He complains all the time. SEC is the most powerful conference in college football. The on-field results prove it. Not even just on the field, but off the field. SEC is a powerful conference. But man, that Commissioner Greg Sankey whines about everything. He did not like Kevin Warren. I'm going to give you a little peek around the corner. He's not going to like the next Big Ten commissioner either, because the Big Ten is going to push. There was a vision, a difference in vision between Kevin Warren and the Big Ten presidents, but it wasn't the entire vision that they had problems with, problems connecting. The Big Ten presidents, especially the athletic directors, had a problem with how Kevin Warren did not build consensus in the conference. How he went out in front of his skis and talked about things that he did not have the votes to back up. One of those things was further expansion in the Pac-12. We talked about it here, peek around the corner, that Kevin Warren wanted to add more schools in the Pac-12. We said that the day after UCLA and USC was added in June 30th. But he did not corral the votes. He did not build consensus. Kevin Warren had communication issues. During the pandemic, he had communication issues. We've talked about this ad nauseum here at Peek Around the Corner, and I know you have as well. But there is a shared vision across the Big Ten. The presidents. Look, Greg Sankey is not going to like it, but change is happening across college sports. For decades, bags of cash were delivered to certain football players, mostly in certain schools in a certain conference. I'm not telling you something you don't already know in the SEC. Now we have NIL, name, image, and likeness, where student athletes can now be more heavily compensated through their rights to sell, to market their name, image, and likeness, just like any other student, any other university. But more change is coming. There'll be direct compensation from the school or conference to the student athletes. The Big Ten, Kevin Warren was on the front edge of this. It wasn't just him. There are other Big Ten leaders in university that knows this is going to happen. I put out a tweet earlier today. People disagree with me. That's fine. I got no problem with it. I put out a tweet that says, I have yet to see good solutions presented, with lone exception of student athletes receiving representation and reaching CBA with some governing body representing schools and conferences to help solve many issues in college sports. Congress should not get involved, in my opinion. My opinion is shared by many. Some people push back. The SEC doesn't want more change, right? Look how successful they are. They don't want student athletes getting money from conferences or schools' direct payments. The SEC doesn't want infringement on their region for further expansion in the Big Ten. But I got news for you. There will be infringement in SEC region of the country in further Big Ten expansion down the road. The Big Ten is truly a national conference, and it's going to become more of a national conference. And the SEC, the most powerful conference in the country, and it's not close, will continue to be a regional conference, although it's the most powerful conference. But SEC doesn't want change. They want to conserve what is going on right now. And the Big Ten commissioner, whoever it will be, Phillips, Jim Phillips, Gene Smith, Mark Silverman, especially Mark Silverman, whoever the new Big Ten commissioner is going to share some of the vision that Kevin Warren set out in front that is being said behind the curtains. Change is coming. So Greg Sankey takes a parting shot at Kevin Warren. He's going to take shots at the new Big Ten commissioner years down the road. Remember this, on episode 131, we gave you a peek around the corner. Greg Sankey is not going to like the next Big Ten commissioner either. Until next time, from all of us at Peek Around the Corner to all of you, please, you all take care of each other. Thank you so very much.